So when you're so used to working out in the field and selling jobs and the phone's ringing off the hook all summer long, that becomes the normal, right? And then when it's winter, I'm in Michigan, and it's winter, you're around the house a lot more, and I start going crazy. I feel like my mind is turning inside out, and it takes an adjustment process. And I think that real success is the ability to have a happy home life as well. I'm not talking about like family and relationships. I mean the ability to just enjoy your house and enjoy your home and realize that the rug's not going to get pulled out from underneath you if you're not working 24/7. And that's what I'm struggling with right now. And it's like I look in the bank, okay, there's money in the bank. My credit score is okay. I don't have creditors after me. Finally, I paid off my debts a long time ago, and it's like everything's going to be okay. And this is the time to look at the business and look at your life and get a nice holistic perspective and look at what areas need to be worked on and also what areas are great and can be amplified. But first is the getting perspective is relaxing and letting go and allowing yourself to feel safe. If you study Dr. Joe Dispenza, he has all these amazing books on audible.com. He talks about neuroscience and like he has these books about supernatural consciousness and stuff. Well, it's true that if you allow yourself to let go, where you feel like everything is going to be okay, everything's okay. Because you're used to just running nonstop, like almost in survival mode, to pull all these strings and make all these things happen. And every single minute counts when you have 20 jobs lined up and you have all this going on. And like one missed phone call could be detrimental to all of a sudden now you're just here. It's quiet. You've got a lot of stuff to do, but in a different way. And will you let yourself off the hook enough to relax and get some sleep and recalibrate so your subconscious mind can reshuffle the deck, and then you can get in strategically and focus and do what needs to be done in a very efficient way without a whole bunch of extra stress and emotion? How can you let yourself be in a very productive place and identify the one domino that when you hit it, it knocks over all the other dominoes? So sometimes the most efficient thing you can do is literally just relax and take a nap and read a book or go see some family members or catch up with friends and go plow some snow. And then from a relaxed, calibrated place, you can decide what's the most effective and most important things to do. Maybe it's getting a gym membership and working out 3-4 times a week, and maybe you start eating some more salads and cut out the fast food. Maybe it's go see some family members you haven't seen in a while and catch up with some friends for lunch. And for me, I freak out. I can't even hang out with my friends unless it's like, I don't want to hang out. I just want to work and hustle. I feel like I'm so in tune with my life going by so fast that if I don't get everything done that I need to get done, that one day I'm going to wake up, an old man and have nothing to my name, or even worse, other people being responsible for taking care of me because I wasn't responsible enough in my younger years to hustle my ass off and make sure I had a retirement set up. Like a retirement, we just started a SEP IRA and I put money in that and investing in other stuff. But it's just terrifying how fast time is going and how little time there is to get so much done. And so with all that being said, it's like you're walking on a tightrope between, survival, your life's purpose, doing amazing stuff and living a life that you design and a life that you love, and living in each moment and like awesomeness and being happy moment by moment, right? So important, because success is being in a beautiful state now, here and now, and being appreciative and being in gratitude. But the kind of like the Zen monk philosophy is like, if you're in total gratitude for everything and you're so happy, then you might not have any desire for more. You might lose your desires because you realize that everything you have is everything that you could ever want and need, and your life is already beautiful right now. And it doesn't matter if you don't have a $100,000 truck and $1 million house. You literally are alive and awake and free right now. And hopefully you're healthy, because your health is your wealth. And if you're not, I hope you get better soon. So, all of these questions get answered with presence. Taking a deep breath and exhaling. And realizing that you being here right now, feeling your feet on the ground, and knowing that the ever unfolding infinite now is where all of the abundance lies, and all of the truth, and all of the answers you seek. A lot of it's right in front of you. I fell in love with my wife all over. I've always been totally in love with my wife. I'm obsessed with my wife, but I fell in love with her again recently. I think I've fallen in love with her like 15 times. We've been together like 11 years now. She's like, "What do you mean you've fallen in love with me in a whole new way? Are you saying you weren't in love with me before?" She always jumps to these conclusions, man. I'm like, no. Here was my awakening. Some people in our family have, well, I don't want to get too much into it, but people pass away. And I think whenever you're like at a funeral, it's like this really, really receptive, painful moments where you realize that life is a series of funerals. When you're at a funeral is when you're like, it's like peeling off like a Band-Aid, and you're in this painful moment where you realize how precious life is, and how precious and sensitive the people around you that you love, even your pets. And how if you have the people that you love that are with you right now, and they're with you right now here, and all you got to do is pick up the phone and call them, or you could take a ride and go see them. Or in my case, my wife has always been, she's always 25 feet away from me. I woke up in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning next to her, and I had this epiphany, and she was right there. And I just held her hand, and I started cuddling with her and kissing her, and realized that there's some people that don't get to hug and kiss their husbands and wives anymore. And yet my wife is right here, right now with me. And she's like downstairs doing laundry or folding some towels, or I don't know, yelling at me about something. And so just all this gratitude pours in, and then you reach the next stage of life, because gratitude does this thing to you when you have real gratitude. I'm the gratitude that makes you go, "Oh my God, my life is so beautiful I could cry. How am I so blessed?" I'm sure you've had friends that you've lost along the way and unfortunate events, and if you made it here right now, and you're still here, and you're happy, and you're healthy, and you're breathing, and you got fingers and toes, like, you have made it. And if you got your own business, you've made it. So starting from a place of just saying to yourself, "Oh my God, I've already won." When you realize you've already won and you've made it and you're here, you have all the abundance and you have everything to be grateful for right now. Right here, right now, right? And from this place, you can do anything. Oh, it's scary to consider. It's scary to consider. But does it hurt to consider it? What does it cost you to just kind of sit and just imagine a beautiful life? Wow. If I made it from there, from the gutter to here, it was hard work. It's hard work every day to maintain. But how far can you go? It doesn't hurt to imagine. My wife, her dream is to have an animal rescue. We want to have a nice, like a bigger house. I feel very fortunate to have this house now. It's all clean and everything's all white. My wife likes bright, white, clean colors. I like it. But we want to have a home, and I want to have property, so I can like have my landscape business and like a pole barn, and then a huge like warehouse for my studio, so I can make dope YouTube videos and have interviews and live events. And you guys can fly out. People come out from all over the country and come to a live event, and then we can also run the landscape business. Now that we can do everything, and we can go go-karting and ride snowmobiles and four-wheelers on my own property. It's all gonna happen, and we can have my wife's animal rescue. It's gonna be crazy. This is all going to happen. I know it. I can feel it inside of me. It's resonating so strong that it has no choice but to literally vibrate into our existence. What about you? Let go of the past. Forgive those who have trespassed on you, and become fond of those and become grateful. If you had a crappy childhood, say, you know what? It's over. It sucked. But wait a second, it was beautiful. My dad was a good dad. Say stuff like that. Just to think about all, my mom, if some of you know, my mom died of a heroin overdose. But I never told you how amazingly beautiful of a human being my mom was. And how great of a mom I had, and how many good morals she installed inside of me. And how when I was like 3, we were in a store, and I didn't know what stealing was. I just had some little metal figurine of like a little horse or something, and I took it with me out of the store. And my mom got down and she took it, and she said, "That's stealing. You stole. Shame on you." And she marched me back into the store to the person at the register and made me give it back and made me apologize for stealing. And I felt so much shame. I was like, "Oh, I stole." She's like, "Don't you ever do that ever again." So I had a good mom. Anyways, I miss my mom a lot. I wish my wife could have met her. My wife says spiritually that my mom, she could feel my mom communicating with her almost like, I don't know, my wife's into that stuff. So what about you? Who do you got that's still here now? Anyways, I gotta get back to hustling. I hope your 2022 is going great. I hope you're focused. I hope you're writing down plans and goals and working towards achieving them. I hope you're cutting toxicity out of your life and learning to say no to the things that no longer serve you. Old things in the past or old identities that are still hanging out. You ever see someone like smoking a cigarette? They don't even look like the type of person that would even smoke. Yet they're smoking like their life depends on it. And I'm not knocking anybody who smokes. I used to be a part-time smoker. I used to go outside before I would go to bed, I would go outside on the porch and have like a half a cigarette or something. And then it was making me cough. Like, I enjoyed smoking a cigarette once in a while, but I was trying to talk on the phone to my customers, and I'm muting it. 1 second. And it was giving me this whole thing, like all this this phlegm, because my body was rejecting it. And I was like, oh my God, this is costing me so much money. I have like literally 90 seconds to be on the phone, or 5 minutes to make 3 phone calls on the way to a job site. And I got all this stuff going on. And yet I'm having to stop multiple times to cough and clear my throat to talk to customers. I did all the math. I'm like, this is costing me like $26,000 a year to smoke a half a cigarette in the evenings. This is the stupidest thing ever. It's costing me a fortune. It's not making... So I was like, and I want to be a communicator. I want to make dope YouTube videos, and I want to speak on stage in front of people, and I'm a communicator. Like, that's one of the biggest parts of success, is communicating with people. And if you're going... I'm like, so I stopped immediately. And my wife used to smoke too, and she didn't anymore. A lot of people still smoke weed, though. I heard there's cannabinoids in it. He said, good for your brain. I don't know. All right. I'm getting back to hustling. I hope you crush it. I want to hear about your successes, and I want to hear all about it. Oh, and if I haven't ever responded, if you comment on my videos, I see all your comments. We're getting like 4 to 5 million views a month across all the platforms, and I have 200 to 300 people a day commenting and sending me messages and emails and somehow getting a hold of my phone number. Please don't ever call me or text me. And so many people contacting me, and I just got a tiny little YouTube channel. It's like that I can't get back to everybody, so don't take it personal. I want to let you know that if I ever met you in person, dude, I would hug you, I would shake your hand. And I sincerely, genuinely, honestly, really, really thank you. And thank you for watching my videos. And I believe that we are kindred spirits. We're like-minded spirits. And Sean G., Gunby Publishing from New Jersey. I hope we can do a podcast soon. He's a guy in Jersey. He's this guy, makes these workout videos. And this guy's older than I am. I don't know how old he is, maybe 50s or something. He's in great shape, and he makes these motivational workout videos, and like he hit me up and hope we make a podcast soon. This guy's inspiring a lot of people. All right, I gotta go. My dog wants a beefy stick. Do you want a beefy stick? Oh, he wants a beefy stick. He'll paw on the cabinet. Give him a beefy